coming for what I want. Lies the end of Chris Dynamite. Tired of all the bullshit that everybody has in store for Dante Krueger. If I have to kill you in that ring, it will happen. I've always wanted to destroy this man. I will be the champion.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Told y'all from day one, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna reclaim what was mine. I am the FBW Undisputed Champion. What's next in store? Who knows? But what I would tell y'all is whoever comes after this will lose.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to FBW BattleYard, or as I like to call it, the Sacred Yard, because I am the Messiah of the Yard, and I am here to cleanse this sacred yard of the sinful trash that roams here. And it all started with the First Lady of FBW, Ruby. See, all you guys want to sit there and hate on me for attacking her and making her lose the FBW Undisputed title so long ago. But it had to be done. Ruby never deserved to be the Undisputed Champion. Because the second she won that title, she was spreading sinful trash all along this sacred yard or the sacred ring. So what did I do? The nice man that I am, I took her out and I became the FBW Undisputed Champion, and I reigned FBW on top, just like what's best for business. Because the fact is, nobody is better than Anthony Aries. That's the thing. But I thought I took Ruby out for good, because hell, she was gone for almost a year. But now she's back. And now I gotta get my hands dirty, and I gotta look evil, and I gotta take her out tonight. But trust me, it's not because I'm evil, it's because it's for the greater good.
This yard will be sacred once again. So long to Ruby.
was attacked by an unknown wrestler. And I am calling his ass out now.
I didn't attack Ruby. I didn't attack Ruby.
Why? Why did I attack Ruby at Battle Rising? What happened when Ruby came back? Oh, I'll tell you. What happened was Anthony Aries went from here on the contenders list all the way down here. Ruby, she's chilling up high, and I am suffering. So what did I do? I attacked her. I took her out. And then what happened? I became a 7-time undisputed champion. So don't expect to see Ruby as a 3-time undisputed champ.
I challenge you to a match.
Now that Ruby's back, she really thinks that she's going to be a champion here? No, not on my watch.
This is for the HFW Global title.
FBW fans, welcome to FBW BattleYard 2021, and we are kicking things off at this no ring event on a personal level. We are going to be kicking things off at this event with the last one standing match between the Messiah of the Yard, Anthony Aries, and the First Lady of FBW, the Fallen Rose, Ruby. Now this is the last one standing match, so the rules are you have to knock out your opponent where he cannot answer the referee's count of 10. And oh, there comes Ruby. She came out from behind and she's already attacking Anthony Aries. She doesn't want to wait for this match to get started. She wants this match to start now, and it is. And Ruby's taking it to Anthony Aries. She did not wait to come out. She came out and attacked Anthony Aries from behind, just like Anthony Aries did to her back in December of 2021. Now this is Ruby's first match since November of 2020, where she defeated Chris Dynamite in seconds in her last one standing match. But now she is back and she is facing the Messiah of the Yard, Anthony Aries. Now the last time these two faced, it was in a draw in a champion versus champion match back at Fight Night 2020, where Anthony Aries and Ruby were defending the King of the Yard title and the Undisputed title against each other. But let's talk about how this feud and this match has came to be. Now, back in 2020, Anthony Aries felt like he should have been the Undisputed champion. But when Ruby came back after giving birth to their first kid, Anthony Aries felt like his position in the company was shifted downwards, and he blames all of that on Ruby. So in December of 2020, Anthony Aries took out Ruby, making her being stripped of the Undisputed title and having her miss over a year of her career. But now Ruby is back. Anthony thought that he got rid of her for good, but she is back, and now Anthony Aries has to finish what he started back in December of 2020. There is no love or likeness between each other now, but it's kind of hard to believe that may not actually be the case, even though it seems like that, because earlier today Ruby was talking to interviewers and she was telling the interviewers how she still loves Anthony Aries, and she just thinks that his mind is just somewhere else, so she just needs to beat some sense into Anthony Aries. So we'll see if she can beat some sense into the Messiah of the Yard, and after this match I guess we will see how Anthony Aries, you know, feels towards Ruby's and acts towards Ruby. But right now Ruby is taking it to Anthony Aries with that steel pipe, it seems. And Anthony Aries grabbing her. What is this? Picking her up. And a backbreaker. And picking her up again. And another backbreaker. And throwing her on the ground. Now, obviously,
One.
they know each other very well. They have been
Two.
dating for almost 5 years, and so
Three.
far, no comment has been made on their relation status. But they do have a family together.
6.
Anthony Aries, he says that he wants to get rid of Ruby because she is not, she's not what's good for business and stuff. So who knows? This is personal. This is business. All we know is Anthony Aries does not want Ruby in FBW. Now this is a last one standing match, so the only way to win is by knocking out your opponent and making it where they cannot answer the referee's count of 10. Now this is definitely a new side of Anthony Aries that we've never seen and Ruby has never seen. And Ruby just throwing dirt in the face of Anthony Aries and pushing him and choking him against that ladder. Anthony Aries doesn't know where he is, and a clothesline just pushing him, colliding him, just ramming right into him. And Ruby just picking him up. And she throws him into the chain-linked fence. Anthony throws a crutch at Anthony Aries. Ruby feels, like I said earlier, that she needs to beat some sense into Anthony Aries.
4. 5.
And she's doing just that.
7.
Already at a 7 count.
8.
Ruby is one tough chick. Even though Anthony Aries is bigger than her, you cannot underestimate what Ruby can do. We have seen in the past that Ruby is capable of having very dominant performances, like at Endgames 2020. She defeated Chris Dynamite in a last one standing match in literally seconds. Defeated Chris Dynamite in record time. So we cannot underestimate Ruby because of her size. She is one tough chick. And Anthony Aries delivering knee strikes, taking Ruby down.
1.
Look at those knee strikes.
2.
Trapping and holding her arms so she
3.
cannot defend and block those knee
4.
strikes. Just taking the knee right
5.
to the face. And now Anthony Aries choking her with that metal pipe. Good strategy. You either go after the legs and make it where they can't stand, or you just choke them out where they're unconscious and can't answer.
1. 2.
Anthony Aries grabbing that
3.
ladder, but Ruby back up, hitting Anthony Aries. What's happening here? Anthony Aries, he's climbing the ladder. He is still managing to climb the ladder, and Ruby rams that crutch right into the lower section. And now Ruby pulling Anthony Aries off that ladder, and she drops the ladder right into Anthony Aries. Anthony Aries, he's covered in that ladder, and Ruby just stomping on the ladder, burying Anthony Aries under that ladder. Ruby on top of Anthony Aries, stepping on the arms. What is Ruby trying to do here? She's trying to choke him out with the ladder. Anthony Aries not letting her. Ruby cannot get frustrated. She does not want to make any mistakes. I don't think Ruby would really appreciate a loss to Anthony Aries. And now Ruby trying to choke out Anthony Aries.
1. 2. 3.
When we look at the past
4.
in matches that they've had,
5.
Ruby has more wins over Anthony
6.
Aries. I don't know what it is, but Ruby seems to put down
8.
Anthony Aries most of the time.
9.
So we'll see really who wins this match, but Anthony Aries almost just lost it, and Ruby just threw the chair at Anthony Aries. But we just saw a 9 count in this match. One more second and Anthony Aries would have lost to Ruby. But what is Ruby doing? Climbing on top of that well. But Anthony Aries right back on the attack, slowing her down. But what is this? He has her up, picking her up again off the well. And a backbreaker again. Another backbreaker.
1.
And now
2.
Ruby is down.
3.
Anthony Aries,
4.
he has that cross that he came out with.
5.
And it seems that there's sand
6.
spurs There's sand spurs on top of that cross. He's trying to hit his own fiance, and he misses. And Ruby striking him with that steel pipe. And now Ruby has that cross, but she throws it. Ruby, I don't know if Ruby had the heart to hit Anthony Aries with that sand spur cross, but she just kicked him right in the face. And Anthony Aries, he's down.
4, 5.
At a 5 count halfway
6,
there.
7, 8, 9.
And another 9 count. That was almost a 10. What is Anthony Aries going for here? Is he going for the knockout for the greater good? And he hits. No, he didn't get it all. He did not get all of that knockout for the greater good. And whipping Ruby into the shed wall. But Anthony Aries just came close to losing with two 9 counts and a forearm taking down Ruby. Ruby trying to throw and get Anthony Aries away from her so she has time to recover. And now Anthony Aries has Ruby in an arm bar. He has her in an arm bar, in an arm lock, stomping on the ankle. What is this? Anthony Aries now with an ankle lock. Anthony Aries has an ankle lock locked in. If Anthony Aries can break the ankle of Ruby, Ruby will definitely not be getting up in this match. But Ruby with a low blow.
1.
Now Ruby does have a history of
3.
Ankle injury. She broke her ankle years ago in a non-wrestling accident. It's been years, but that ankle still can affect her. But Ruby DDTs Anthony Aries into the chair. You have to think with a surgically repaired ankle that Ruby has from years ago, could it still be easy to break that ankle if Anthony Aries went after that ankle? We'll see. But what it says, Ruby has his arm trapped in the chair and she's putting all of her weight onto that arm. She's trying to break the arm of Anthony Aries and she's just punching Anthony Aries.
1, 2.
Ruby really does want to beat some sense into Anthony Aries.
4.
We'll see
5,
if the ways of Anthony Aries changes after this.
6, 7, 8.
And an almost 9 count Anthony Aries, he's coming close to getting up, barely before 10. And another clothesline. And missing that blackout stomp. And a boot right to the side of Ruby's head. And slamming her head first into the cover of the well. And Anthony Aries is climbing up there, looking to go high risk. But Ruby, she's grabbing a crutch. Anthony Aries making a smart move by trying to get down. And now they're fighting over control of the crutch. And Anthony Aries hits Ruby. You kind of have to think that was a good move by Anthony Aries by getting off of the well and not going for the high-risk maneuver. Because if Anthony would have tweaked his ankle by jumping off of that well, Anthony Aries could have costed himself the whole match. But now Anthony Aries, he's hitting Ruby right in the head, trying to knock out Ruby.
2.
Just stomping on Ruby. To think that, as far as we know, they are in a relationship with a family.
2.
Anthony Aries now praying. What is Anthony Aries doing?
5.
Just sitting there praying
6.
as Ruby lays there hurt.
7. 8.
They're at an 8 count. And a kick. And a DDT to Anthony Aries.
1.
Ruby does find those bursts of energy.
2.
Anthony Aries catching her foot. And now what is this? A guillotine. A guillotine locked in on Anthony Aries. Rotating now into a sleeper hold. Ruby trying to put Anthony Aries to sleep. trying to make Anthony Aries pass out. What is this? Anthony Aries, he stood up, slamming her into the shed. Anthony Aries is getting choked out and carrying all the weight of Ruby. And Ruby gets off after being slammed into the shed wall 3 times. What is this? Anthony Aries going for the knockout for the greater good again. Can he hit it? And he hits it. And Ruby goes down. This could be it.
2.
We saw that move defeat Dante Krueger over at Hellfire Wrestling.
5.
But Ruby is up.
6.
I don't think Anthony Aries got the full of
7.
that move. I mean, they've been going at it. They're both tired. And another clothesline. You have to think how tired these two are, because they are not staying down, you know, recovering. They have to get up pretty quick. And Ruby just dragged Anthony Aries across that chain linked fence. What is Ruby setting up for here? Buckling the knee of Anthony Aries, and a blackout stomp. A blackout stomp to the back of the head of Anthony Aries. And Ruby just collapsed from exhaustion.
2.
But look at Anthony Aries, he is out.
3.
If Ruby can recover
4.
quick and get up, she could have
5.
this match won. It doesn't look like Anthony Aries
6.
is going to be getting up. Anthony Aries, he seems
7.
out cold. He hasn't moved.
8. 9.
They're at a 9 count. Referee stopped the count. Both competitors, they are moving. They're conscious. What is this? Both grappling for control. And just punches back and forth. They have been going to war this whole match. We've seen close calls, but they're still going at it here at FBW BattleYard. Now remember, the next event is the Glory Rumble, but is either of these wrestlers going to make it to the Glory Rumble later this month? Now they're both up, grappling for control. Grappling for control. Who's going to get the upper hand, Ruby or Anthony Aries? What is this? Anthony Aries, knockout for the greater good. And he got all of that one.
1.
Ruby is down. But
2.
Anthony Aries, he fell from exhaustion.
4.
The referee is counting.
5.
Anthony Aries needs to get
6.
up, and he will win this match.
7.
And he's getting up. But Anthony
8.
Aries, he falls
9.
back down.
10.
And this match has ended in a draw. These two wrestlers
It's a
have went to
draw.
war.
I'm coming for what I want. Lies the end of Chris Dynamite. Tired of all the bullshit that everybody has in store for Dante Krueger. If I have to kill you in that ring, it will happen. I've always wanted to destroy this man. I will be the champion.
1, 2, 3.
Told y'all from day one, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna reclaim what was mine. I am the FBW Undisputed Champion. What's next in store? Who knows? But what I would tell y'all is whoever comes after this will lose.
money making, bitch. Look at me now.
So, wow, man. It's been a great time with this title. You know, I like to call myself a GOAT. You wanna know why? Cause I took on Chris Money Making Bitch Dynamite. And look what I came out. Look at that real quick. Yeah. Now, we have the Glory Rumble coming up. And I'm gonna have to face someone in this roster in the back. But you know what? Right now, I want to warm up. I'm gonna say an open challenge to anyone in the back that wants this bad boy. Now come on out.
Alright, FBW fans, this is our main event. Who's it going to be? That music sounds familiar. Could it be? And it's Jared Payne, the enforcer of FBW. He is back in the yard, and he is looking to take the undisputed title from Dante Krueger.
Alright, let's get this match started.
This is a first-time matchup. Dante Krueger has never faced Jared Payne or anyone like Jared Payne, and both men locking up. And Dante Krueger taking it to Jared Payne. Now, Jared Payne, he has not wrestled since Unforgiven 2020 when he faced the Demon of Chris Dynamite in a 3 stages of hell match, and he lost to Chris Dynamite 3-0. Jared Payne was supposed to face Anthony Aries at Karma 2020, but he did not show up at the event, and he was stripped of the King of the Yard title and then fired. Dante Krueger taking down Jared Payne, but Jared Payne, he has not wrestled in over a year, almost 2 years and a couple months. So Jared Payne, he has not been in ring shape or been training or anything. So let's see how Jared Payne does in this matchup. He is facing a rising star in FBW, a newcomer in the eyes of Jared Payne, Dante Krueger, and he throws him into that well. Now Jared Payne, he has been one of the most dominant forces in FBW in the past, so this is going to be very interesting to see how his dominance plays against Dante Krueger, who has quickly been rising up as he just won the undisputed title at Fully Loaded against Chris Dynamite. But now, when Jared Payne returned in 2018, Jared Payne won the undisputed title 3 months after returning. So Jared Payne has a good track record of coming back to FBW and doing pretty good. So let's see if Jared Payne can cut the reign of Dante Krueger short tonight, or is Dante Krueger going to make a name out of himself in expense of Jared Payne? Now Dante Krueger, he won the undisputed title not that long ago at Fully Loaded, defeating Chris Dynamite 2-0 in a 2 out of 3 falls match at Fully Loaded. He looks strong coming out of that event, and a shoulder tackle stunning Jared Payne. Jared Payne goes down to a knee. Now Jared Payne, he is back to enforce the law, but who said he cannot have some fun on his free time by doing some in-ring competition? And that is what Jared Payne is doing here. And Jared Payne just pushing down Dante Krueger. Jared Payne, he is looking pretty good so far in this match, looking like he hasn't missed a step. Jared Payne does look like he is lighter in weight. Jared Payne could have been trading, but what is this?
You give up.
He has a claw locked in.
You give up.
Just crushing the skull of Dante Krueger. Jared Payne, he did go a couple years without being pinned or submitted in FBW. I believe it was almost 3 years before Anthony Aries became the first man to tap out Jared Payne. Jared Payne does know how to get the job done and be a very dominant force. But Dante Krueger, ever since coming back to FBW as Dante Krueger and not as Jace Rebel, he's been looking pretty good and strong. So this is going to be a close matchup. So far it's been back and forth action. Jared Payne is a former one-time undisputed champion. He won it at Unforgiven 2019 when he defeated Anthony Aries. But he only held the belt for 2 weeks after being stripped due to no showing an event. And he hasn't won the title since. And what is this? And a bulldog. Jared Payne, bulldog Krueger right down to the ground now. Jared Payne covered.
1, 2.
And a kick out at 2. Jared Payne showing some new moves. Looks like Jared Payne has been, in fact, training and studying and watching some tape in his time off. Jared Payne now with the crutch, throwing it at the leg of Dante Krueger. Now, Jared Payne, he does have a disability, and he only has one arm, but we've seen in the past that disability has not affected his in-ring performance. He is still a dominant force here in FBW, and he's a man that you should not take lightly. That one arm he has a lot of power and strength. You cannot underestimate Jared Payne. And he throws him into the shed. Now Jared Payne, he's on that chair. What is this? And he jumps on Dante Krueger. Jared Payne pulling out some new moves we have not seen him do before. And what is this? And he has him in a choker.
Give up.
Jared Payne looking to choke out Dante Krueger and win his second ever undisputed title. And Dante Krueger gets out. And a Superman punch. It did not even take Jared Payne down. It staggered him, but did not take Jared Payne down. And Dante Krueger back on the attack with punches, managing to take down Jared Payne. See, Jared Payne, he is very dominant. Like I said before, cannot stress that enough. You really have to be on Jared Payne. You have to be on the attack. You can't let Jared Payne recover because he recovers quick. And what is this? And he caught Dante Krueger from midair and a choke slam. Jared Payne catching Dante Krueger in midair.
1, 2.
But Dante Krueger kicks out. Look at this replay. Catching him in midair and landing him with a choke slam. What is this? Jared Payne sitting on Krueger, crushing the ribs. Jared Payne, he is not a lightweight, crushing the ribs of Dante Krueger. What is this? And he throws him into that well. And slamming his head repeatedly. And throws him into the ladder. Jared Payne looking to become an undisputed champion. Looking like Jared Payne is still upset about how he lost his first undisputed title. What is this? He has a leg lock locked in. Jared Payne having a submission locked in. A leg lock. Like I said, he is pulling out new moves. But Dante Krueger back up on the attack. Dante Krueger having this open challenge here at BattleYard 2021. Both men choking each other though. And he just pushes him down. But Dante Krueger is doing this open challenge here at BattleYard because he wants to prove that he can defeat any FBW wrestler.
Do you give up?
Without knowing who it is, because at the Glory Rumble later this month, he's possibly going to have to face multiple or one wrestler without knowing who it is. So he wants to prove that he can beat anybody without notice. So he's here at BattleYard doing an open challenge, defending his undisputed title, and Jared Payne has accepted, and we can confirm that Jared Payne will be competing in the 3rd annual Glory Rumble later this month. And he just shoves him into the shed. This is Dante Krueger's first title defense. The first title defense is always the hardest because you go from chasing the title and then you become the man with the target. And a DDT! Jared Payne DDTing Dante Krueger, but you go from chasing the title to actually having to defend it and chasing the title. And he has a guillotine locked in, but chasing the title and defending it is two different games, two different strategies. So Dante Krueger really has to focus and he really has to fight through this. But his reign is going to get harder as we go on, because later this month he has to defend his undisputed title in the 3rd annual Glory Rumble match, a gauntlet style match. Every wrestler comes in at a random interval.
Do you give up? Do you give up?
Just choking him. What is this? And he just trips Jared Payne, and Jared Payne goes down. Dante Krueger showing the effects of Jared Payne. Jared Payne has really been taking it to Dante Krueger. But the Glory Rumble match, it is a tough match to win, especially if you come in at number 1. Only one wrestler has won the match from coming in at number 1, and that is Anthony Aries back at the first Glory Rumble back in 2019. But Jared Payne just dropping the ladder on top of Dante Krueger. Now if Dante Krueger comes in at number 1 at the Glory Rumble, he could be losing his undisputed title. Now Dante Krueger, he has been wrestling a lot so far in the past couple weeks. He wrestled at Bad Moon Rising, then he wrestled at Fully Loaded, and now he's wrestling here at BattleYard. You kind of have to think, what toll has all those matches taken on Dante Krueger? Dante Krueger is probably hurting, stressing. He wants to be a fighting champion. And Dante Krueger just hits Jared Payne with that undisputed title. And again to the midsection. That title is not soft. It is not cardboard or plastic like the old FBW undisputed title. That is stainless steel. It hurts. Dante Krueger now setting up that ladder. Jared Payne again with that claw, just squeezing the skull crushing. The skull crusher, as what I've heard that Jared Payne calls that move. And Dante Krueger punching Jared Payne, trying to gain some distance. And he just shoves Dante Krueger down. Let's get a replay of that. Just the power, just shoving Dante Krueger. We have seen Dante Krueger just get manhandled and shoved multiple times this smash. And Jared Payne now has an arm bar. Dante Krueger trying to fight out of it. And if Jared Payne takes out that arm, Dante Krueger will not be able to hit his finisher that he calls the kill shot. And just being whipped with a crutch, but the kill shot being the stunner, and then that forearm to the back of the head. Dante Krueger taking down Jared Payne with that crutch. And now Dante Krueger climbing up the ladder, looking to do a high-risk maneuver. Last time he did a high-risk, he got caught. And he just got shoved. And a right hand stunning Dante Krueger. Let's get a replay of that. He just knocked him silly with that running right hand to the side of Dante Krueger's head. Dante Krueger desperately grabbing that chair, though. You kind of have to always be on the attack on Jared Payne. We have been 14 minutes into this match. This is Jared Payne's longest match. And Dante Krueger gets shoved into that chain link fence. So far, Jared Payne, he's been lasting a while. Jared Payne has never wrestled this long in a cover.
1, 2.
Now you would kind of have to think that the longer this match goes, the favor that it goes in the hands of Dante Krueger, because Jared Payne has never went 15 minutes, 20 minutes. But I mean, he's having a good showing so far. And now he has him in an arm bar. If you take out the only good hand of Jared Payne becomes defenseless. But Jared Payne getting pissed off and just choked him hitting him with one finger. The cockiness, the confidence of Jared Payne.
Come on, pussy.
Jared Payne now smack talking Dante Krueger, showing off that he's lasting this long. And the fact that he's taking it to our undisputed champion. What is this? And a stunner. And Jared Payne goes down. I think Dante Krueger was trying to go for that kill shot, but Jared Payne fell down and just shoving him. And now, yes, this event is at night. We can't really see both men coming back into the light. And now Jared Payne has that undisputed title, and it just hits Dante Krueger, taking Dante Krueger down. And now what is this? Look at the way you could hear the collision of that belt. But now he has him in another choke hold, trying to choke out Dante Krueger. But you heard that stainless steel just smacking off the body, the head of Dante Krueger. Dante Krueger, though, powering out of that choke hold, and being hit with that crutch. Jared Payne loves to use his weapons. Dante Krueger trying to go for another kill shot, but just he couldn't hit it. Showing the effects, he lost grip. And what is this? Jared Payne throwing dirt in the eyes of Dante Krueger, and another choke slam. Dante Krueger was trying to go for that Superman punch.
1, 2.
And Dante Krueger kicking out. And just throwing dirt, the disrespect. And Jared Payne gets hit right in the head. And a Superman punch. Holy crap. Did you see the way that belt hit Jared Payne? But look at that Superman punch.
Want some?
Dante Krueger cannot be focusing on the cameraman. Look at that. Him focusing on the cameraman allowed Jared Payne to throw more dirt and just shove him to the ground. We could be seeing a new undisputed champion, who knows? Just hitting Dante Krueger multiple times. Just putting all of his weight on the chest of Dante Krueger. Dante Krueger, though, manages to get back up. What is this? And another stunner. Jared Payne, though, going down. Looks like he didn't get most of that forearm to the back. And another Superman punch. Jared Payne down, but Dante Krueger caught that. He did not let Jared Payne throw more dirt in the eyes, in the face.
1.
Jared Payne, though, kicking out at 1. We are almost 20 minutes into this match. Both men choking each other. Tripping Jared Payne back into the ground. And he manages to get some more dirt in the eyes. He's trying to blind Dante Krueger. And what is this? And another bulldog. Another bulldog. The new moves Jared Payne has been showcasing. And a cover.
1, 2.
And Dante Krueger kicks out again. Dante Krueger, though, he is surviving against Jared Payne. If Dante Krueger beats Jared Payne here tonight, he can make a name for himself. Jared Payne, and a OG from FBW. A multiple-time 24/7 champion, a King of the Yard champion, undisputed champion, and another stunner. Jared Payne has been with FBW on and off since 2014. So Dante Krueger defeating a man like Jared Payne with an established name here in FBW can do his career and his momentum wonders. Jared Payne. And Dante Krueger rams Jared Payne right into that shed wall. What's happening here? And another stunner. Jared Payne falling to the ground after all these stunners, so Dante Krueger cannot hit that devastating forearm to the back of the neck. Smart move, because I think Jared Payne knows if he gets hit with that kill shot, the match will be over. And a Superman punch staggering Jared Payne. And what is this? Dante Krueger catching that arm, not letting Jared Payne chokeslam him, and just knees taking down Jared Payne. Dante Krueger countering that dirt throw again. Now they're fighting for control over that steel pipe. And what is this? Dante Krueger, he has the death clutch locked in. He has the death clutch locked in on Jared Payne. And it seems like he was still holding that steel pipe. Jared Payne whipping Dante Krueger. Now Jared Payne has that steel pipe. Dante Krueger caught it though. And a punch right to the side, to the kidney of Jared Payne. Dante Krueger telling him to come on and bring it. What is this? He caught the arm of Jared Payne. Playing a game of mercy. What is this? He's going for another choke slam. Nope. Dante Krueger, he countered. Choking him. And he hits him with a stunner. He just stunned Jared Payne. And a kick out. Jared Payne falling after all of those stunners. But who knows, after many stunners, Jared Payne can probably not take it anymore and will lose. What's happening here? Jared Payne looked like he was trying to go for the stunner. And Dante Krueger hits one of his own. Could this be it? Could Dante Krueger retain the undisputed title?
2, 3.
And he does. Dante Krueger has defeated a FBW original in Jared Payne. Dante Krueger looking strong going into the Glory Rumble, but we will see you for the Glory Rumble.
I told you. Look at me, Chris. Misfortune is fucking out.
Cut that damn music, cut it. Yo, there we go. This is why I'm the Messiah of the yard, trying to get rid of retarded people like that out of this sacred yard. But I was supposed to defeat Ruby and banish her from doing the sacred yard of sinful trash. So what happened? That did not happen. But I don't have Chris Dynamite here. He's busy doing some other stuff. But I am not leaving this yard till I get what I want. And that is sinful garbage out of my yard. So, Ruby, I'll deal with you later. Because I know we're going to face off again. But there's another guy on my radar, and that is Dante Krueger. He does not deserve to be getting his foot hands on my... Alright, now everything's starting to go. Let's get that stupid idiot out here! Let's get Dante Krueger.
Right, FBW fans, it looks like we're getting another match here, an impromptu match between Dante Krueger and Anthony Aries for our BattleYard 2021 main event. There comes the FBW Undisputed Champion, Dante Krueger. He just went to war in a 25-minute match with Payne. But Dante Krueger, he's still coming out here. And Anthony Aries charging Dante Krueger, collar and elbow lockup. Both men trying to get control. Anthony Aries has Dante Krueger in a headlock. Anthony Aries also went to war earlier tonight. Kicked off the event by facing Ruby in a last one standing match, and that match ended in a draw after both competitors could not answer the referee's count of 10. But you heard Anthony Aries, he is mad and he wants to get rid of some quote-unquote sinful trash from this sacred yard here in FBW, so he's called out Dante Krueger. Both men know each other very well, and they are not waiting. They're getting right into some high action. Anthony Aries with another headlock locked in on Dante Krueger. Dante Krueger trying to fight out of that headlock. Anthony Aries, he has a strong grip, and he rams Dante Krueger head first into that shed wall. Anthony Aries taking it to Dante Krueger. These men has faced off many times in the past and shared victories against one another, but both men are not 100%. So we are going to see who has more damage on their bodies in this match. We're going to see who can fight through the pain and the injuries from their past matches earlier tonight and win this match. Who knows if Anthony Aries can defeat Dante Krueger here tonight. He can be looking at a future shot at the Undisputed title if he does not win the Glory Rumble later this month. Now, I don't know if it's smart for both of these wrestlers to come out here and wrestle before the Glory Rumble. Both men certainly do not want to risk injury before the Glory Rumble, one of the biggest matches in FBW. And Dante Krueger has the death clutch locked in on Anthony Aries. Anthony Aries trying to build some separation and get out of that death clutch, and he breaks a hold. And now he has Dante Krueger in an arm bar. Has that arm locked. And a DDT to Dante Krueger. Now the Glory Rumble match is coming up still later this month. Dante Krueger will have to defend the FBW Undisputed title against every active member here in FBW. Dante Krueger, though, pushing Anthony Aries away. This is Dante Krueger's 4th match in just a couple weeks. What can the toll be on Dante Krueger's body? Dante Krueger definitely is in a lot of pain, probably has some growing injuries. I don't know if it was smart to accept this match here that Anthony Aries has thrown, but Dante Krueger now going up, looking for high risk, and Anthony Aries kicks Dante Krueger down. I don't know if Dante Krueger can win the Glory Rumble later this month. He has wrestled 4 times, like I said, in the past couple weeks. His body and a Superman punch taking down Anthony Aries, but Dante Krueger's body definitely is in pain. He could possibly have some growing injuries, And that Glory Rumble match, you don't know what entrant you're coming in at. If Dante Krueger comes in at, an early entrant, Dante Krueger can be looking at the undisputed title being taken away from him. But Dante Krueger using that stainless steel FBW title to take out Anthony Aries. That title, stainless steel, it hurts, and he rammed it into the knee of Anthony Aries after ramming it into his arm and head. That stainless steel title is not like the old FBW title. That title hurts and definitely can injure somebody.
Come on. Messiah, Lord, come on. Messiah, my ass.
And he hits Anthony Aries right in the head. And he just KO'd Anthony Aries. Let's get a replay of that. He just hit that piece of board right into the head of Anthony Aries. And Anthony Aries, he seems out. Now Dante Krueger going after the limbs, attacking the limbs. Dante Krueger has that Predator-like attacks. But Anthony Aries, he grabs the leg of Dante Krueger. And he takes on Dante Krueger. And can he get a lock in? He has an ankle lock locked in. Aries has an ankle lock locked in on Dante Krueger, and he slams the leg into the ground. What is this? Anthony Aries, he's pulling down his knee pad. He exposed his knee, and he hit a knee strike right into the head of Dante Krueger, taking down that padding so Dante Krueger can feel his knee and stomping on the head. And now he's just choking him, putting the pressure on the back of the neck. And another stomp right to the back of the head. Anthony Aries, he has that board, and just hitting Dante Krueger. Both men do not like each other. Both men has had a feud since the first day Dante Krueger came into FBW as Jay Swervo back in November of 2020. Anthony Aries now has that undisputed title, the title that he lost at WrestleBash 6. But what is this? Dante Krueger, he's choking Anthony Aries, and a choke slam of his own. Did you see the way that choke slam folded Anthony Aries? My oh my. Let's get a replay of that when we can, but a cover.
1, 2.
And Anthony Aries kicks out by low blowing Dante Krueger, and he sits up mocking Dante Krueger. But that is the knowledge that Anthony Aries has in FBW. He's been doing this. He knows tricks and tips. And what is this though? Anthony Aries, he just stunned Dante Krueger. He's looking for a stunner, and Dante Krueger, he counters, and he pushes him into that shed wall. And a spear. But look at that chokeslam folding Anthony Aries. But Dante Krueger did not let Anthony Aries hit that kill shot of his own on himself. That would have been really embarrassing if Anthony Aries defeated Dante Krueger with his own finisher. But what is this? He has a Boston Crab locked in.
Do you give up?
Anthony Aries has only tapped out once in his career. Anthony Aries manages to get out. Dante Krueger would have made history if he made Anthony Aries tap out. A man who's barely tapped out in his career. Only once, like I said.
Stop it.
Dante Krueger, though, having an issue with the cameraman / ref. I don't know what's that deal. But he strikes Anthony Aries down with the crutch. Now Dante Krueger defeats Anthony Aries here tonight, and his body holds up going into the Glory Rumble. Dante Krueger will have a lot of momentum going into the Glory Rumble, defeating 3 OGs in FBW in Chris Dynamite, Jared Payne, and Anthony Aries. So let's see if Dante Krueger can make a name for himself and go into probably the biggest match in his FBW career, the 3rd annual Glory Rumble. But what is this? A stunner. Could Dante Krueger be going for the kill shot? And he hits the kill shot. Is this all she wrote? He goes for the cover.
1, 2, 3.
And Dante Krueger has pinned Anthony Aries, the HFW Global Champion, the Messiah of the Yard. Dante Krueger has defeated Chris Dynamite, Jared Payne, and Anthony Aries, all in a short matter of weeks. Dante Krueger looking hella strong going into the Glory Rumble later this month. But could Dante Krueger retain in the Glory Rumble? And how is his body feeling after having all these matches? We will find out at the next FBW event, the 3rd annual Glory Rumble.
So this event, man, had to verse Jared Payne. That brute strength is something, but as you can see, I still got the job done. And then unexpectedly, Anthony Aries wanted to call me out. But this bad boy, the same event, and I still won. Came out on top. Now the next event is Glory Rumble. I don't know what I can expect, but what I do know is that I will walk out of there with this title. I don't care who it is. I don't care what it is. Any obstacle, I'm ready. So now, the champ will be going to Glory Rumble with his head held up high.